All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. Okay, it's the Falcons now on the clock. All right, next up, the Falcons are on the clock. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. And the Eagles on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. On the clock now, it's the Falcons. Okay, the Eagles on the clock now. All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. Okay, it's the Falcons now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. All right, next up, the Falcons are on the clock. The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. And the Eagles on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. Okay, the Eagles on the clock now. On the clock now, it's the Falcons. The Falcons are now on the clock. All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. Okay, it's the Falcons now on the clock. All right, next up, the Falcons are on the clock. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. And the Eagles on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. On the clock now, it's the Falcons. Okay, the Eagles on the clock now. All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. Okay, it's the Falcons now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. All right, next up, the Falcons are on the clock. The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. And the Eagles on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. Okay, the Eagles on the clock now. On the clock now, it's the Falcons. The Falcons are now on the clock. All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. Okay, it's the Falcons now on the clock. All right, next up, the Falcons are on the clock. Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. And the Eagles on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. On the clock now, it's the Falcons. Okay, the Eagles on the clock now. All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. Okay, it's the Falcons now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock.
Fuck you, Rodney.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Steelers and the Eagles on Thursday night.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive.
Let's see what this
Number
team
2
looks
overall
like.
pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season.
This is my best line, man.
He's buying gifts for
That
other
my
guys
Kang
who
Su.
helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB is usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Here's Murray. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 40-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
See, I know I fucked up when I took too long to draft some line.
That's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Runs over him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers.
Yo, you know the crazy part about it? Yo, they just running all my players over. This is the craziest shit.
Another nice game. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Yeah, this will be running you the fuck over like you nobody.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff.
Oh my God, you ain't even tipped the pass, bro.
Steelers touchdown.
Damn, I gotta see what the offense looking like. Cause the defense ain't it. We don't know what the fuck we just drafted.
And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg.
Yo, that boy is fast as a bitch. Yo, I'm happy I ain't let you get Lamar. I don't care. I don't care about Trevor. He ain't Lamar. Nah, I ain't trying to hear it. Shut up.
Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna take off on you. Think it's a game. Boy, I don't care who your linebackers is, dog. I don't care about none of that. You're talking too much for me, big man.
Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right.
Fast! Oh, you were supposed to get in there for the touchdown.
And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches.
Okay, he fumbled that bitch, but at least that shit went out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out.
Shit, you already know how the quarterbacks be. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Talk about you don't fumble. Shut up. Oh, hold up. I'm thinking of one play. Oh, what I just got called for?
Flags come in here.
Over here talking shit to you and then fucked up.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Alright, Cat. Time for the Cat to take over.
At the 1, the full start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. To throw is Kaepernick. Caught on the slant.
First pass, touchdown. Let's go, Cat.
From 6 yards away. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like it.
This Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Flacco. Blitz coming, and down he goes. John Simon that time coming through to make the play. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Shrugs the tail.
Oh, wow. He ran him over.
There, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Ah, you got to pick that, bruh.
That's Marshall. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against him.
We got to go get Mean Joe.
Reestablish the tempo. A nice throw there.
All I know is this game better than
drive as a response.
Man, I don't care what you over there talking about.
Catch is made by Harry. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
My defense is what I got to get right. My offense is straight. It's my defense that's lacking.
Taking the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's Tate to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Eagles hustle him to the line, clock rolling. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be.
Oh, you drafted Hooley.
3rd down now. It's a throw, Kaepernick. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. How about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And how about this one?
You went drafted Trevor.
Gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
I got to see that squad to believe it.
They're going for it. It's Campbell.
Oh, no, they saw. Oh, I couldn't get the ball off. Oh, that's my fault. Every time I get to talking to you, I do some dumb shit.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Flacco. Touchdown. That's caught. Terrace Marshall, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. 1 play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Here's Tate to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Fuck that up.
Recoup and recover. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on.
Hey, yo, what you got the injuries on? You ain't turn it down, did you?
Oh, yeah, they down.
They'll have them to disrupt the play.
Here's Kaepernick.
Shit, I just had an injury.
Trying for the tight end.
And Cap threw another pick. He didn't throw the ball high enough.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Yep, it's about to be a rough game for Philly.
It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a both on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're...
What you doing, bitch? You leaving your starters in the whole game?
Yeah, I'm leaving my starters.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by
Yeah, so I'm trying.
X Factor.
I mean, I feel you.
Right now.
That's why you over there teeing up. You done left your starters in.
You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet.
Yeah,
he
there
has
we
to
go.
touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know,
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Philip Lindsay, 85 yards. And
My son Lindsay might have just broke for the biggest run. Biggest run of the week right there.
A situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied.
I ain't say a 75-yard pass. I said a run. Such a bitch ass.
To kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with a two-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Here's Flacco.
Somebody got to get the joke.
He'll find Harry on the right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we have reached half. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Screen pass to Lindsay. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered,
I should have just kept running.
Back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Richie Grant in on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Down a couple of scores.
10. Here's Kaepernick. And he'll get up near the 44. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. This is caught by Tate. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now Gordon on first down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Kaepernick. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They're going with Lindsey, and that'll hurt.
Oh, you goddamn midget.
They're able to get him behind the line.
Should have put Melvin Gordon on us.
Convert there on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even
right, you did not just run past him.
Be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Flacco, throw left side, complete. That's Marshall. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Kaepernick now on first down. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tate. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Zach Ertz has it complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They keep it on the ground again. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast.
fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
He's got Jack Doyle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now is Kaepernick. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, you got to hold on to that, bro.
It's incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. And Callaway taking it in left side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. 19 yards that time for number 19. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Kaepernick now to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 2. They run once more with Edwards. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And that play going absolutely nowhere. And now it's 4th down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go, Tate, to the house. Run, Tate.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Let's see, where is it? We about to launch this bitch. I hope they don't come out in a quarter or a prevent. If they don't come out in a prevent, we lit.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense.
Bitch. You called me. I should have fucking took off to the left.
6-yard line.
Fucking line.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that...
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Patriots and the Eagles on Thursday night prime time.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. A first down throw, Darnold. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Darnold from the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. 13 yards remaining on second down. From the 50, it's Darnold. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. He got 29 yards that time.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Butker's kick here is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Melvin Gordon, 77 yards, and the Eagles have taken the lead. So Melvin Gordon, he has been 1,000-yard rusher in this league. No more for getting the tough yards, but he breaks off a big one there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
Who the fuck was that? .26 range.
Not easily done.
A give running right is Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw, Darnold. Uses the stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Darnold completes it. Oh, he breaks a tackle. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Faking the give, Darnold. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Second down, here's
he just pushed the shit out of me.
He will maneuver his way down to about the 7. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Oh, a good-looking return set up.
Damn, bro. Blocked the right man.
The 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Kyle Van Noy back with the Pats in 2021 there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The Eagles hustling to the line. Clock rolling. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
That shit is far right. Get in there.
Kick right
Here we go.
It's good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Cough it up. Take it to the house.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Travis Kelce has the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st down, Darnold dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Not much there, only a yard.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final shot before the break, Darnold. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool, let's go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now Kaepernick, his first toss off the bench. That is caught by Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as
oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return.
They can puff that up, big man.
Past the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
I could have swore I picked up little Ito.
First down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another.
That's what's fucking me up is all them fucking missed hit sticks.
They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That was the veteran Jamie Collins busting through to make the stop. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Play action now. Brissett. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's got his
now how the fuck did that?
That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all,
and he is in. Touchdown, New England. Jacoby Brissett keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Pats have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast, we're able to be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end.
Oh, I done ran into the fucking blocker.
Defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He lost 6 on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. To throw, Kaepernick.
Hurts.
Incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now, and with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And I got the wind on my side. That's crazy. YOLO.
And this kick is not going to be close.
That shit was not going dry. I just want to see what the fuck his range was.
Maybe an important fourth-quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
So the Patriots now down by a field goal, just over a minute 40 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Brissett. Danico Autry in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Fuck it.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Brissett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Brissett. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Kaepernick. Finding room to the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. What a running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play.
And this is caught. And then could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Tucker with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. That'll go as a loss of 5. Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught.
Hey, he caught that shit.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And Charles, you know what coaches always do.
So much. I didn't even care that you just put your mask on behind my ears. I don't even care that you just put it on my cheek.
Cuz must not be done with his game. Alright guys, I'm about to kill it for the night. Gotta go to the store and make a Dutch run. If you guys been chilling with me, drop a like and subscribe. Appreciate it. You guys have a good night.